wanted to do a quick reflection on the videos that I posted previously. A reflection on a spiritual awakening, I guess. Now that all of that information is out there, I do feel like a weight has been lifted, very heavy weight. I can start to kind of post other things that I'd like, like to post some other things that aren't as lengthy and, so heavy now that that is done. But yeah, I'm glad that information is out there. I've got 13 subscribers today, so I'm really happy about that. So, okay. Questions that I had before all of this began regarding, is this all that there is? Is there life after death? Are we alone out there? Questions about extraterrestrials and things like that. What I've discovered is that, to me, that is answered within. And Gigi Young has an actual YouTube channel, and she actually just posted recently a video about this, and I'll post a link to that so you can check her out, what she has to say about this as well. But that's within, those answers can be found within your DNA. Like, that's what DNA actually is information. So, like, whenever you go to do a DNA test, they're looking at the information to gather whether, who's the daddy or whatever. That's information. So that's what DNA is, and that's within. Disclosure. People are going all around asking for full disclosure. They want to see people, our leaders go on public, the television, which is controlled by, who you think controls that, or, still does right now anyway. They're waiting for people to get on there and say, oh, this, and that. But disclosure is actually within. You don't have to wait for that. You might be waiting a long time. I really don't know. I'm not going to get into that here. But yeah, that is found within. And so whenever you have an experience like that, it really does open your eyes, and it changed my life for the better. As scary as it was and still is. I mean, I'm still going through it. It hasn't stopped. I mean, the thoughts don't stop. They don't just stop. And I don't take the medicine. So, yeah, I mean, and I thought that I was alone, and I really did. My life was a really sad story. And a friend of mine actually watched the About Me's, and he knows everything about me. And he's just like, that's just one sad story after another, after another, after another. Well, let me tell you, you can't fix what you don't know is broken. So, it might have been a sad story, one sad thing after another, but I'm carrying a heavy load, pun intended. Okay? So, yeah, and it might be a sad story, but my soul wants healing. My higher self wants to be healed. And I could have gone the rest of my life not knowing that I needed to be healed of these things, and just keep drinking and doing drugs, and just went down that path that my soul didn't want me to go on. And whenever your soul wants you to change, it'll tell you. I mean, it can get in your face and kind of nudge you and scare you and frighten you a little bit, because this isn't all there is. This is my opinion, of course. Don't believe a word I'm saying, but this isn't all that there is. And I did used to be the girl at the party that was sad and drunk, and because I didn't know how to get it all out. I didn't know how to talk about all of this stuff. And therapists or whatever, I would see therapists, and I just didn't. If I don't feel comfortable talking to you, I mean, just talking isn't really going to do anything about it. Therapy doesn't really work. It didn't for me. But this did. This experience is what actually saved me, you know? And so, yeah, it opened my eyes to reality. So what is reality? This isn't it. This is the physical world, you know? And my mom actually came to me yesterday. It made me so mad because this stuff, when it comes out, it's like pulling a Band-Aid off, and then you like put some actual healing ointment on it. Well, that's going to be tender for a while. So I'm, you know, it's healing. I'm still kind of healing. And, you know, so she actually said something to me about, God told me that you need to quit worrying about the physical world, and you're worried about worldly things. Well, that hit me wrong, because I'm worried about a lot of things. I feel like I'm walking a tightrope between the two, you know, and I actually journaled about that earlier. But anyway, yeah, so it opened my eyes and to what my purpose here might actually be. What is my purpose? You know, I didn't hear anything about soul contracts before. I never knew what a soul contract was, and whenever you learn that kind of stuff, it actually makes it a lot easier to deal with some of the things that, you know, that are going on here. You know, you have contracts with these people that are in your lives, so they're there for a reason, and they're all playing roles. So yeah, learning about that did make it easier to deal with some of these things. And it might be a sad story, but I'm fixing a lot of things that apparently needed to be fixed on many levels, as above, so below. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I'm figuring out who I am. So that's what I have to say about this experience, and I wouldn't change it for the world. It's very scary, some of the things, to go from one way of looking at things to something completely different. It's just like, whoa, you spin. It's like you just start spinning, and I actually felt like I was spinning for a while, but I don't feel that way as much anymore. So what happened to me, this experience, is a gift. So you can't really look at it any other way. Okay, well, that's all I really have to say for today. Once again, if you want to contact me, if you have any questions or anything, my email is kaekle99@gmail.com, and my name is Carrie. So have a good day.